We recording. We lost in the Tyro Bowl. We lost the motherfucking goddamn South Buffalo, man. I think they actually blew us the fuck out. Actually, we were the better team. I think we beat them during the regular season, but when it
I
came
can't
down,
be the better team and lose.
well, we didn't. We were undefeated going into that because I think we beat them.
Ah,
Yeah, we beat them during the regular season. But they
okay.
were just, I don't know, man. They were just they're like a well-oiled machine. We was just a bunch of project kids with talent, fast and but they
were
was
they
like
were they
they,
all white, or was it a white
yeah, oh
team or was
definitely,
a black
definitely. Oh
team?
yeah, definitely, definitely. They may if they had one white black dude on their team. That was like South Buffalo. They were South Buffalo Shamrocks, South Buffalo Leprechauns, and then I think the South Buffalo Irish. They were like, they wore uh green and yellow. We were blue and yellow. So
Oh,
they were
y'all
like all
like
like leprechauns. That's what they think were the Irish. They were Irish, yeah. So they was all.
what they call y'all, like the
We
North
were
Buffalo Dog,
we're the
West
West
Side
Side. We're
Dogs.
the West Side Bulls, the West Side Bisons, and the West Side Longhorns. Bulls, Bills,
Okay.
Bisons, and Longhorns.
See, I was
Longhorns were the
thinking they were gonna
little
get y'all.
ones. It was Longhorns. Then it was the Bisons. Then it was the Bills. Then it was the Bulls. Was the older cats.
Okay. And
Yeah.
y'all just play around the city. Were there like a lot of teams within y'all league?
Yeah, yeah. We played like Lackawanna. We would play Riverside. So when we played Riverside, that's where grandma and granddaddy lived in Jasper. So I would always play against all my cousins and my friends and my family members from Jasper. We would always
Yeah.
play against them in Riverside.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
and
see,
it was a couple of them that used to forge their birth certificate. Them motherfuckers was older than they was supposed to be, and they was out there playing and shit.
they wanted to win that bad.
I don't know what that
They
shit
wanted
was.
to win that bad.
But they was like, you supposed to
But
be like
see,
you supposed to be 14, and motherfuckers was like 16 and shit.
dang.
Out there
Don't they
tearing
just try to upgrade? That's
out there
usually
tearing.
how it is.
Well, because they wasn't, it's like they were smaller 16, so they couldn't really. If they went to high school, they'd probably get lit the fuck up. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? So they just wanted to have some more glory
before they
at
hang up
Little
the
League.
cleats.
Yeah.
See, our little league teams were they were linked to the high school.
No, they were
So
linked to your area.
no. In Gwinnett, it was
Oh, in
serious.
Georgia, I thought you said. Oh, you talking about
Oh
yours?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they link like a little league program or a park to a high school.
But y'all
So
have like ninth grade and JV and all that shit in your high school too, right?
right. Yeah, we
See, we
got
didn't.
freshman, JV.
No, we don't have that. We didn't have that. We just had
Uh
a football team. So your ass either played with so you can be 14 playing with some 18-year-olds. You see what I'm saying?
golly, bro.
Yeah. So I didn't play high school until my junior and senior year.
But see, I don't think the competition is as crazy as it was down here. So you had the ball. If you wanted to be considered the best, like just good, you still had the ball. Like there were
Well, yeah,
no jokes were played in
it's
Atlanta.
different. That's
Like,
how it is down here. Like when I come down here and I see these high schools, I'm like,
mm-hmm.
shit, these high schools was like 2, 3 times the size of the high schools in Buffalo.
Hell
Like they
yeah.
take it
And
real big. They got their own stadiums and shit, so I can see that they weight rooms are state of the art. Our weight room was a piece of
yep.
shit. It was literally like it was the gymnasium and in the middle where the full length basketball court was, where they played basketball and volleyball, and to the side, cut into the wall was like a little shaky ass weight room. It was so bullshit.
They didn't care about y'all.
Nah, hell no. Our jerseys was all old and ripped. We got new jerseys my senior year, our senior year, and we only got to wear them for like 2 games. The last 2 games we got to wear them.
And money, all the money in our programs, those parents, they were rich, they were well off. They'd pour all their little money in the booster program, and those high schools look like D3 colleges or D2
Well,
colleges.
that's how it is down here, man. So it's kind of crazy when I be looking at it. I'm like, damn, if I wish I had a high school like that, but
You might have been balling right now. Or
Like, nah, probably not with my attitude. I was a fucking idiot.
it's a lot of reward, especially what shit. Look, they love they high school football players down here.
And speaking of football, what's going on with them Falcons, brother?
Oh, they're losing. They need to lose. They're doing the right thing.
But
They
I'm
just
just
need
saying,
to.
how that feels just to to blow it again against Tom Brady.
Is I'm used to it. I'm used to just losing the lead. Period. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about no Super Bowl because that's not even close to what it a Super Bowl is. A regular season game with a trash ass team. Nah, it's you know what it needs to happen because a lot of the coaching staff they need to go and get some younger dudes in there. Get somebody that's relatable that can play with the play calling, do a little trick play or here, and just not even trick play. Just mix it up a bit and kind of throw off the defenses. That every defense knows what we're about to do. Like
Yeah.
they'll stay within a formation and the defense will adjust
Well, I think
just
what happens
enough.
when y'all get a lead, you guys start to play too conservative. Y'all just go straight conservative. Y'all take your foot
Yeah,
off the gas. Y'all clock managing, and y'all just let teams come back all the time.
that's it.
You get a
And
lot of
if you
three
look
and
at the
outs.
defense, look in the
Yeah.
defense, they always they play off. They play a lot of zone and it's never man. And when they do play man, they always get beat. And it's
Yeah.
just like, the offense already knows how to manipulate our defense. And it's just,
Mhm.
it's whatever. But we do need to lose these last two games. I'm pretty confident that we will because we play the Chiefs and we play Tom Brady again. So we can just lose these games, stay
They'll
one,
probably,
two, three,
they'll pull one of them games out on some bullshit. You know how they
and
do.
watch it be the Chiefs. And that's what
or
my
or
homeboy was
or
saying.
Brady. I think they may beat the Bucks to try and keep Brady out the playoffs because Brady they need to win. I think the Bucks need to win out to make the playoffs.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
but
good.
that's
That'd be
even
a nice spoiler.
that's like the Bills, right? I like kind of quietly root for them because I don't want to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? I be sitting here like, I want to be like, yeah, but then it's like, no, let me shut up. Let me, just take this humbly
You know
because
what? The
it's
AFC
been so
is
much. It's been so much dominance by New England, and so much. You just look at the team and you just like, man, fuck, not again this year, not again this year.
yeah,
So
that's
now
how
I'm
it
just
is
like,
here.
huh?
That's how it is here.
Yeah. So now that they winning and that they like, cause every week I'll be like, oh, some bullshit about to happen. But just like this past week, I actually lost my fantasy football. I lost my playoff game because
Same here.
I moved Josh Allen and put in Aaron Rodgers at the last minute because I was like, oh, he due for some bullshit.
Mm. And plus, they already clinch the playoffs?
That's why I was thinking that was the
Uh,
clincher. I'm like, they going might be too much pressure to clinch the division finally. They maybe, and I took him out at the last second.
yeah. See that fantasy shit, man.
I lost in both leagues. I don't even want to
I
watch
did
foot.
too.
That shit make you not even want to watch football no more when you lose. As soon as you
But
lose, you be like, fuck it.
but you know what? When your team is winning, even though you losing in like fantasy, if your team is losing, then it kills the desire to watch any ball. Like I don't even want to watch anything, especially with the Steelers losing too, because that's my second favorite team. I can't root for
They
nobody
not
else but
just
them
they not
two.
just losing, they collapsing.
Yeah, man, that's serious. I think either they
Who
play somebody.
what they
He's
lost to the
Ben is playing like he
Bengals the
hurt.
week before? Who did they lose to? The Bengals, the Bills, and who was this? Who else did they lose to?
The Browns was it the Brown? No, the Brown. No, 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 no.
Somebody just beat them before them. I forget, but they lost three in a row, and they haven't scored over like 17 points. Like Ben Roethlisberger looked like he got a noodle arm right now. Like he can't even. Dude, they
No, I think he's
They miss Le'Veon Bell, and they miss. Antonio Brown.
No,
They
you
miss
know what?
they miss having a true number one. See, what people don't realize, they had a true number one receiver in Antonio Brown, and they had a true number one running back that fit their scheme perfectly for what they were
Right.
trying to do. And Juju has never been a number one receiver.
You don't think so?
No, his best years have been with Antonio Brown. Look at his stats.
Well, I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know anything about what Juju's doing. Um, I think this year I just been focusing a lot on how bad the Falcons have been and trying just not
Yeah.
watch. So when they suck like this, it's not even that they don't even suck. It's
No,
just
they
bad
suck.
management.
They
They don't
suck.
suck.
Dude, they
That's
suck.
probably that's probably one of the best 4-10 teams you've ever seen. To
No,
lose at the last minute, you see what they can do in the first half. The second half is just complete bullshit.
that mean you
It's
suck.
complete. No. It doesn't mean that you
If
suck.
you only can play, if you only can
If you're
play
up,
half of a game, that means you suck.
if you, well, you, it could cause you to lose the game like the Falcons,
That means you
but
suck.
that means coaching is trash. If you look at how they're being coached, it's like what are y'all doing? Like, why are y'all calling these
But
plays? Why are you running the ball on? They run the ball on 3-6 and or 3-10 or something like that. It's like what are you trying to do? Play calling is so bad, bro.
well,
It's so bad.
I think they in a transition. So
They
you
need
know,
to transition right now. They wasting too much time.
you
I don't know.
you think the Hawks gonna make the playoffs since you
The
done with
Hawks
the?
will make the playoffs. They'll be eighth seed and then they'll get
You think
bounced
that?
out.
Let me see. Eighth seed. Okay, you got the Bucks. That's one. I ain't saying in
Yep.
order. This ain't in order. I'm just saying you got the Bucks. You got the Nets. You got the Heat. You got the Sixers. That's four.
Mhm.
Who else you got in the
Raptors.
East? The Raptors. That's
The
five.
Raptors gonna make it.
Celtics.
Brooklyn.
Celtics. I already counted them. That's six. And maybe who else is in the East? Uh,
Um, the Sixers. I don't know, bro.
I said the Sixers. They'll make it.
I don't know.
I think they'll
I
make it.
think I'm actually trying to pull up the East because I just want to remind myself. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's Boston, Brooklyn,
Hmm.
fit maybe the Sixers,
Yeah,
maybe Toronto, Bucks,
definitely.
Charlotte and Miami.
You think Charlotte's going to make it to the playoffs?
I don't know. I don't know too much about them. Were they
They
good
did.
last year?
No, not really. They got line. They drafted LaMelo Ball,
Oh, I didn't know that.
but we don't. That's neither here nor there. You don't know what that's going to be.
Well, I mean, it'll be close. They, if anything, if they do get in, it'll be by like one game because they got a core. I think they're gonna attract
Um,
a superstar.
I don't think the Knicks are going to do nothing. I don't think Detroit is going to do nothing.
Cleveland,
Um,
no. Cleveland and Indiana. I don't know too much about what's going on with them.
nah, they may. They
I
got
stopped
Victor
watching them.
Oladipo over there.
Were they were pretty decent last year.
They were all right. They were all right, but it's interesting. I want to see how it's going to work out.
Yeah, it is. I'm excited for the team. I think they're making the right moves. They're not trying to go too fast or get everything too soon. I mean, you got a
Who
large
did y'all
salary
draft?
cap.
Who did y'all draft?
I don't know. I think we drafted a center
Hmm.
because we needed one. We got rid of Damian Dedman. I don't know.
You don't even know the dude's name.
I do not.
No.
I think it was a center. Nathan. No, 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 no.
So all in all, you
Oh,
really have you even been really into sports as much?
yeah. When baseball was on, I
Mm.
was I was keeping up with baseball.
I don't.
Uh,
I don't really watch baseball.
I love baseball.
Well,
So
you
you
played.
got
You
to
played it. You played it. So you got a
yeah.
different. You got a different view of it than I
But
do.
see, Lene likes baseball because it's a whole bunch of Colombians, and she liked them looking at looking at all that stuff.
Oh,
So
she like looking at the Colombians in the tight baseball pants.
yeah, making me feel like I can't do that. Nah, but she didn't like it at first, but she loves the Braves now.
Okay.
And we got a lot of um players from like the islands and such. So,
Mhm.
that's always fun to watch them, play. But yeah, baseball, I was into it. Basketball, not as much. And I think
Mhm.
it's because those times were trash. They would be playing at 1:30 on Wednesday. I'm like, I can't catch that. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into I'm gonna get into basketball this year. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get into it because
Especially
it's
with
gonna be
the
it's gonna be some good games.
yeah. The league is they got some good matchups. I want to see what the Clippers and the Lakers are gonna do.
I hope the Clippers come out the West, but
Nah,
they
hell
not.
no. I want LeBron to get another one just to piss people off.
See, I mean, I don't too much care. He's won so many times that it's like you expect it, but it's just it's not as exciting as it is, you know, seeing
Man,
the same person win all the damn time. That's why people didn't
well
like
shit,
Tom Brady.
he only won 4 of them, man. And he just been to
Well,
10 of them.
he's always been in the finals, at
Yeah.
least,
I think he's probably
at
man.
least.
I just want him to get one more because everybody be hating on
You think he better than Jordan?
him.
See, here's the deal with that. A lot of
Okay.
people don't compare. Let me
I'm
tell you
going
first.
okay, go ahead.
They just don't compare eras. They don't
Mhm.
compare, what each person had to go through because they're so good that you have to narrow it down to the boil it down to the bare, minimum of success. So now you got to think about who he played with, who both players played with. What did they
Uh,
do? What did they do during their time? That's why Jordan Jordan played through a tough era of basketball because they were more physical and teams
very
weren't.
much so.
Yeah, that was a tough basketball
But
period.
but LeBron plays with more skilled players against more skilled players than Jordan played against.
But
As far as motherfuckers that can shoot, that can dribble, the size. Back when Jordan was playing, it wasn't no Kevin Durant.
right.
It wasn't no Russell Westbrooks. It wasn't no
But
any of them.
see,
It wasn't no
look,
James Hardens. Wasn't no Giannis's.
but
I
one
understand
thing
there
you
were
have to
big
know,
physical people, but there wasn't those type of. Wasn't no Steph Currys and Klay Thompson shooting 15 threes a game. It was none of that shit. Like
but
people wasn't like
that what
Iverson was the first of his kind.
but yeah, right. That's when basketball started to shift. But if when you say, LeBron played with more skilled players,
I know what I'm saying against.
it's
Like I get Jordan. Like I think Jordan could have still dominated in this era, and I think LeBron could have done because of his size. He could have done what he's doing in Jordan's era. The difference is with me is this: if I'm going to start, if I got okay, if my roster looks like the New York Knicks, like their roster right now is trash for the most part.
Mhm.
If I got that roster and I want to go as far as I can get them to go, I'm taking LeBron. But if I got, say, a team that just needs a piece or needs a motherfucking killer, I'm taking Jordan.
but
That's just
the,
my that's how I look at it. So I can't say which one is Jordan's my favorite player. He's still always gonna be my favorite player. But I
right.
can't sit here and deny and say I would, a 6'9", 6'10" point guard who can shoot and score. I wouldn't want to start my team with that. Now he may not have the same killer instinct as Jordan or Kobe, and that's what people knock him for. But he's never ever ever since high school, since we seen him play, he's never ever been that player. So why are you
But
knock? You can't knock somebody for something that they've
it,
never ever done. That's never been his game where he's just going to shoot over 4 people or
but
take
here's the
50
thing
shots.
that all into all that you just said is now you have to compare how the game was played during that time. So adjustments are made when you place a team that can do what they do. And there's a level that each team has, as far as how difficult it is to score against them, play defense. But there was a style that was prevalent in those errors. Now, you can say, LeBron really had to, I don't know, be quicker than everybody else, or had a little, had to have a skill that would help his team win
And
during this time of ball. But what I'm saying is Jordan again had to one do a lot of things himself, and he played against a lot of opponents who were really straight up with him as far as the game goes. So defensively, a lot of people, what I'm trying to say is the defense back then was so rough, and
yeah, it
it
was
was hard
definitely
to score
they
because
can hand
you
they
were
can
scared.
definitely hand check you, right? But that's like this, okay? For instance, you throw a person like Steph Curry in that era. He gonna do is shoot from around the fucking arc. Like now it's a different game. Before then, the game was played from inside out. Now it's played outside in.
Right.
Everybody's shooting 3 pointers. That's the everybody's shooting 3 pointers. Now you got seven. Back then you didn't have nobody 7 foot shooting no damn threes. I think the first 7 footer that was really, really shooting threes may have been Dirk Nowitzki. Like really shooting threes that was a legit 7 footer. I could be wrong, but I think it
But
was Dirk
that's how
Nowitzki. And
the
but
game
that's what it
changed.
right. So to kind of compare them is really if I'm starting a team with a bunch of bums that ain't been to the playoffs, then give me LeBron. If I got a team that got some decent players and I just need that one killer and that one, phenomenal score
Right.
and one that got that drive that's gonna get me over the top, give me Jordan.
I mean, I think that's just in general all around. Like that's what you want. When you build a team, you want that. You still have to know the climate of how the game is
So
played. So
yeah,
you're not going to draft if you, I mean, your drafting is different. You look for where you can compound as far as how teams are now being playing the game.
right.
You don't. A lot of people don't
But
take
like
those things
now,
into
I think now
consideration when
I think
talking about who's the greatest.
Jordan probably would average about 50 points right now.
You 50 points. Yes.
He'd be on the free throw
Yes.
line because they can't
Yes.
touch him. They can't hand check him no more.
Yeah.
You can't touch nobody. Jordan gonna average 50.
And now
So
take LeBron back there. Take LeBron to the
he'll
90s.
still do the same thing because
You
who
think
going
so?
of course because LeBron he doesn't play to where he's you even if you double team him like they double team Jordan, Jordan's still gonna turn around and shoot the shot, right?
But do you think
But
that physical
LeBron going to find
play,
yeah, because you forget how
LeBron's a
big,
baby?
but you forget. Listen, even like Scottie Pippen, right? Scottie Pippen was 6'8", 6'9", but he didn't weigh as much as Jordan. I mean, as LeBron. LeBron is legit probably about 270, 260, all of 6'9", 6'10",
Yeah.
athletic, can jump out the gym, strong as hell. So that go to any era.
Right.
So he could have played in just like Jordan could have played in any era.
But
Certain people
yeah,
have skill
who's the
sets that
best
can,
though?
huh?
Who's the best though? That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. Jordan and people. That the thing. That's what the main thing I'm talking about
Like I say, I
is what I
always look
said.
at it. I always look at it from a perspective if I had the number one pick and I had to pick Jordan or LeBron, right? They both out there in their
Okay.
prime. It would really depend on what the fuck my team look like.
Of course.
If I'm win now, I'm taking Jordan. If I'm building, I'm taking LeBron.
Yeah, because the Hawks could have taken Luka, but they decided to take Trey.
I don't know why they didn't take Luca. That was the dumbest shit in the world.
I
I don't
think
think
it
Luca
worked for
wanted to
both.
go there. I think Luca was like, "Yo, I ain't coming if y'all draft me."
I doubt that. That dude was
Nah,
from overseas. He was
yeah, but you got
anywhere
to
he would have
realize,
played.
look.
I
Where
would be
did
like, yeah, pick
where's
me
the
up. I'll
greatest
come for you.
where's the greatest overseas player play at?
I see. I was gonna throw you a little loop.
But you
It's the
can't.
Nowinski,
Okay, so where did he go? In Dallas.
but I don't think that
I'm
played a
telling you,
factor.
man. I'm telling you.
We wanted Trey because we really thought that he was a solid point for us. And Luka is
A
a
six
I don't
ten,
even
a 6'10" point guard. You don't find that, man. With his skill set, you don't
uh,
find that,
of
man.
course. But of
So
course.
he should have been
Because
now
I
if
think
you go back and do that draft over, he's the number one pick.
yeah, I think so. Yeah. But it was just I think what happened was we wanted a true point guard that could
But
do like a Steph
Trey
Curry.
Young's not a true point guard. He's a scoring
Yes, he
point guard.
is.
True point guard is Rondo, Chris Paul. Trey Young is a Steph Curry scoring point guard. He's not a true point guard.
Do you think he has better handles? He handles than Steph Curry. Do you think he controls the floor better than Steph Curry?
No, hell no.
I mean, okay, I meant to ask.
Not at
Do you
all.
think he can
He don't got better
control the?
handle than Steph Curry either.
You don't think so?
No, hell no.
I don't think we've seen enough to
I've seen
determine that.
I've watched him
But
a bunch. I've watched him even when he was at Oklahoma. Trey Young. He don't I'm saying he can handle the rock. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he got better handle than Steph Curry.
I think a lot of people would say Steph has better handles, but I don't think we've seen enough of Trey Young
Well,
to
Trey Young
even
is still
compare them.
he's still what is this his third year now? So he's still young.
And plus, actually, out the gate, compared to Steph, he's better because Steph, it took him like 3, 4 years to get in the game. He
Nah,
was
Steph
always
just
hurt.
that's what it was. But he was
No.
always when he wasn't hurt, that's why they got rid of they had Monte Ellis and they got rid of him because they turned the keys over to Steph, but he just got hurt. He was having them ankle issues.
So, okay, injuries. Do you think that plays a factor in how great you are or how good you are?
As far as skill set or as far as how we perceive
Just
you.
career.
Of course,
Like,
because the more games you play, the better your stats are going to be, the more
right.
durable, the more we see you.
So that's a part of the game.
Of course. But that's why
That's why
Tracy McGrady, Grant Hill and Gilbert Arenas aren't held at a higher,
exactly.
standard because all of them were killers, especially Gilbert Arenas and Tracy McGrady.
Yeah,
Like
they
Grant
was
Hill was like the
bomb. They were
first
bomb.
LeBron. I think Grant Hill trajectory was like a LeBron esque before he got hurt.
Mm. See, I don't know too much about Grant Hill.
Grant Hill was
I,
dope. Grant
I
Hill
know he
was
was good because he played for the Pistons,
yeah, he
right?
was a bad boy. Yeah, he played for the
And the
Pistons,
Knicks.
or Orlando, Phoenix. He may have went to the Knicks. I'm not sure.
I think he did. But to my point, I was saying when if you're factoring in if you factor in injuries, then you have to think about Trey Young's career, how he started. I mean, close to winning Rookie of the Year, close.
Hmm.
I mean, compared to first year
But that,
stats,
but what you're saying is why I would
Trey
have took.
Young.
What you're saying is why I would have taken Luka, because Luka's 6'10" versus 6'10", 250, 260
But I don't think
versus
you can go wrong.
versus Trey Young, who's about 5'11", 6 foot, 150 pounds soaking wet. So his body is more susceptible to take a beating than Luka. Luka can sustain
But that's not
a more of a pounding. Trey Young likes to go to the hole. So going to the hole and getting hit, you're gonna get hit if you go to the hole. That's just how the game
of
go.
course.
So I think Luka has a better sustainability. Maybe not with the ankles and the knees and shit, but as far as like all that, pounding, going to the hole and taking the beat, and I think Luka has, and he can shoot over people, because he's 6'10", man.
I don't think you can go wrong with either. There's no wrong answer to that. If you wanted Trey Young, you probably wanted a quick
Hmm.
style point guard that could control the floor.
No, they're both going to be good,
So
but I would have just taken. I always look at the height. You can't, like they always say, you can't teach height, and you can't teach physical attributes. You can't
nope,
teach, height and size. You just can't teach that shit. That's why
nope.
sometimes I be seeing people be like 6'10". I'm like, where you play at? Oh, I don't play basketball. You don't play nothing. Oh. I be like, man, I just didn't like basketball. I'm like, that's a goddamn waste. Why you so tall?
That's like when you ask a tall girl, you play basketball, don't you? And be like, no.
Yeah. Anybody tall, I
Are
think
you-
anybody tall, I think play basketball. Cause I'm like, man, you big, you should play something. You should do
But
something.
those
with
be
that
the
size.
sorriest ones. Those be the sorriest
Like
ones.
it's like you an accountant. It's like
But those be the worst ones. They play, you think they can play because they so big and can't hold the basketball for their life. I ain't the best at
Man, look,
playing
I got
ball.
cameras, so when we get together, we gonna record and see what you got. All
It's
that shit
been a
you talking.
minute. I
Oh,
gotta get
you
back into
putting
it.
the excuses out right now. It's like,
You
look,
ain't gonna right.